Hello Internet, welcome back to our Magiclysm playthrough. We're on episode 60, which makes this the longest running series on the channel, which is pretty great. So in between episodes, some stuff happened. Basically, I did record an episode that has been cut, and I cut it because I was very sick, I was struggling a lot to breathe, and honestly most of the video was me gasping for air. I have some breathing problems. Which you probably hear me breathe a lot in these videos because I do take very large, deep breaths, because I struggle to breathe. And that's something that, you know, when I'm sick, when it's particularly humid, when I vape, but I've quit vaping for that exact reason, the breathing problems are much, much worse. So I did end up cutting that episode. Basically, all that we did in that episode was read our mechanics book, to raise our mechanics to 8 because we were looking for the vehicle welder, which from the books that we currently have required us to have a mechanics skill of 8. So we do now have access to the vehicle welder. I did not craft it because it turns out we need copper wire, and so I figured, well, we got to head back to town again. The only other thing of note is that we did find it looks like his corpse is gone, which is worrisome. There was a skeletal juggernaut out here. And we took probably about 30 shots to put him down. There he is. Skeletal juggernaut corpse. We also had a lot of rotten food, which I dumped out here. And so we're preparing to move on back to the town to harvest more copper wire and things. And I decided, you know, it's time for us to move out of this base entirely. I have pulled everything from these piles that I want and put them here. And we're going to use this as an unsorted pile. We're going to remove these that are in the base, and we're only going to have the ones that are in our vehicle. And we're going to mark this as unsorted, and then we're going to sort it, and it's going to put everything in our vehicle so that we can leave. My concern is that not everything is going to fit. We're going to have to kind of finagle some of the cargo spaces, but I don't think that that will be such a big deal. Now, there is one key thing that we need to do before we leave this base, and that is install our crap ton of CBMs. In fact, there are some more in the vehicle which we should grab before I forget about them. And we're gonna install just a ton of CBMs, and that's probably gonna take up most of this episode. Is gonna be us under the knife. So we're gonna be doing that. I do think we will also take some mutagen, just because we have the clean slate now where we have removed all of our mutations. We'll grab all these out of here as well. We apparently never bothered to repair that CBM. That's okay. It's just a little bit more battery life. It would be nice to get some extra battery in me, but I don't think that that's a super priority. I think with the ones we have, it's going to take our energy up to around 400. Plus, we're going to get small amounts of battery charge from some of these CBMs, like we did when we installed the internal climate control. You'll see we have 110 bionic power. We have a battery in us, and then we have 10 charge that we got from one of these other CBMs that requires battery charge. So presumably some of these are going to give us small amounts. Now you see we do have duplicates. We're going to install as much as possible, and then we're going to probably disassemble some of the duplicates, like the cranial flashlight, just because it gives us high quality lenses. Other things on the agenda, like I said, we want to mutate. We're going to be doing a lot of vehicle work in the near future, which includes a vehicle welder and a vehicle forge. I also know that we have a lot of the tools required to make the gunsmith kit. Do we have the recipe for, where are our books? Let's go stand next to our books. The gun, what is it, repair kit? Yeah, we want to make the firearm repair kit. The only thing that we can't actually get at the moment is the metalworking chisel, which we will make once we get a forge up and running. And then once we have this, we can expand our ability to repair handguns or firearms, as well as it should open up some of these mods. There should be mods. Yeah, I've been doing some tinkering with the mods in the JSON files, so I realized how kind of valuable some of these mods can be. So I do think we're going to work on modding our weapons a little bit more. I never ever do this, and it's something that absolutely should be done, and I just never really do it. So I think first and foremost, we're going to focus in on these CBMs, which is going to require a lot of anesthetic. We have about 8,000 Oh no, we have we have like 14,000 anesthesia, which should be plenty for all these CBMs. I reckon we'll use about 6,000 of it to install all these. There are quite a lot of CBMs here, so let's just start grabbing CBMs. I think we're about as high as a first aid skill that we're going to be able to get with our current books and things. So we will just grab, yep, as much as we can carry. We have the anesthesia in our inventory. We do, and we will head downstairs to the auto dock and get ourselves some CBMs installed. Let's look at our map. I'm sure I marked auto docks not on this level. Okay, we'll head down. We'll head south. Where are our light amp goggles? Where are the goggles? Activate the goggles, just because I know we've mostly cleared this area, or completely cleared this area. I really don't remember, but you never know. None of you are auto docks, huh? I could swear there was one right beneath. Okay, I could swear there was one right down here, but that might have been in the previous lab. So we'll go ahead and we'll peek around until we find some stairs. I did sort as well a lot of our chemicals that I want to take with us, just because I'm not sure how much value each chemical has. So I'm a little worried about those fitting into the vehicle. Did I just not mark the auto dock? There were definitely auto docks around here. Man, this is such a bummer. Let's just keep heading down and hope for the best, I guess. Hopefully we marked one somewhere, because otherwise we're going to end up wandering through the lab to try and find... We didn't even do it that long ago. I probably should have looked at the old footage before I did this, so I knew right where the auto dock was, as well as finding the stairs would be nice as well. So what's going on with me? Yeah, I was sick there for a while. I recorded some tome when I was sick and it came out okay. But then when I tried to record Cataclysm, it just was... So I marked up and downstairs. So where are the downstairs? It's in here, if I remember. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like the tome content came out okay. Man, did I just not mark any of the auto docks? I guess we're going to head back upstairs and just wander around the lab until we find the auto dock. That is a festering boar. Oh, you're in a cage? Yeah. Hey, man. How are you doing? Yeah. Okay. I guess we're just going to wander around until we find an auto dock, which is a really crappy thing to do. Bullets worry me. Okay, a dead turret. I mean, we have an idea of what the auto dock rooms look like, but that doesn't change that this is frustrating. I should have marked all the auto docks as we came across them. I could have sworn that I did mark them. Okay, so that's not the way to go. Unless that's an auto dock room, which I don't think it is. Yeah, recorded tome and it came out okay. With me being sick, I just had like a headache and some nausea. But then when I sat down to record Cataclysm, it just, it was just a lot of, I just couldn't breathe. And when I can't breathe, I take these big gasping breaths to try and fill my lungs. But it never seems, you know, like it's enough. And then that's not very, you know, fun, I imagine, to listen to. So I was like, you know, we really didn't do much in this episode. I might as well just cut it. It's not going to hurt anything to cut it. Do we need these for anything? They don't have a quality to them, so I don't think so. Okay, we're just going to leave that alone. Oh, auto docks. Auto docks. Yeah, and then, you know, I'm not going to lie. I've been really, really, really down the last couple of days. You know, I didn't want to record when I was in a super dark place. I know a lot of this series and the series prior to this one were me talking about my mental health issues. And I really don't want that to be every single, you know, episode, every single series. I don't want to have to just continually talk about how I'm not particularly well off mental health wise and all that stuff. So it's like, do I really want to record when all I'm going to talk about is how dark things have been for me? You know, just been struggling a lot, particularly the last couple of days. Just the dark thoughts, you know, that you fight and that you tell yourself they're not really coming from you, they're coming from your mental illness. But that doesn't change that they feel so real, and so they feel like it's you, you know, they feel like they're really your thoughts, and you know that they're not, but it doesn't make it any easier. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's an auto dock on this level. I could have sworn there was one on the first couple levels here, but we'll head downstairs again, check the next level. There's definitely one in this particular lab. I definitely think there's one in this lab. And worst case scenario, we'll wander around like an idiot for this entire episode, and then if we don't find it, I will go to the footage and see where it's at. In fact, I'm going to do that now just to save you a bunch of grief. I'm going to go check my footage, so I'll be back. Okay, so I checked my footage. The last time all the footage on my computer currently, the only place we installed CBMs was at the other lab. So unfortunately, I don't know where in this lab. I would have to go online way back to when we installed CBMs before, but I think that this is it. Here's an auto dock. Well, this is fine. Let's just pickaxe through the glass. Okay. Yeah, the last time we installed CBMs, we were in the other lab, from what I can tell. So unfortunately, we wandered around for about 10 minutes of real life time, which is not, you know, not optimal. Plant serum, sure. People really like plant serum. I never gave it, you know, a real chance, but okay. Turn off the amp goggles so we're not... Take them off, I guess, so we can see. Just do it. Let's just do it. Choose Bionic to install. Do we have any batteries? We'll do those first. We didn't bring any batteries with us. That's okay. CBM already installed. Okay, I didn't take into account the ones we've already installed. I didn't think about that. So, oh wow, and they use way less anesthesia than I thought they did. So let's go ahead and... Sure, alarm system. Yes. And presumably if we fail, we get them back as dirty CBMs. Again, if we fail and they don't... In fact, let's save. If they fail and they don't give us a CBM back, I will save scum, because I don't think that that's how it should be. But if we fail to install and it gives us a dirty one, I don't care. That's fine. We're not going to save scum just because we failed. That's, you know, I'm not a cheater. It's more about whether I approve the system or not. Does that make sense? Get some CBMs installed in us here. Even the ones we don't really want, we're just going to install them because we can. Finger pick, sure. Sounds great. Wouldn't hurt. Oh, it really hurts. It's a failure. Auto dock jerks back to its resting position after failing the operation. You wake up. 9% chance and we failed. We still have it in our inventory. Finger pick. Did I do the wrong one? Finger pick. Cranial flashlight alarm system. Everything looks fine there. Air filtration. Finger. What were we trying to install that we failed? Let's look at our messages. Successfully installed electromagnetic. Manipulated CBM. Auto dock is cutting open your hand. It does not say anywhere in there what CBM we were installing. I should have been paying more attention, because I think we had a finger pick and a finger hack. Faulty finger CBM. Okay, so it did put it back in our inventory. Where? No, it dropped it on the ground. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. So we know now that it does give you the CBM back. I'm a little surprised it's not dirty. I feel like it should be dirty, or filthy rather, and make us re-clean it. Because I can just do this and mend it in the dark even. I don't think it requires light or anything. So it's really not a problem at all. I kind of wish it would give it back filthy. Personally, I think they should come back filthy, but okay. We'll try again with the finger pick. CBM is not sterile. Okay, so it does make it not sterile, which makes sense. So we'll have to re-clean that one. That's okay. For the time being, we will just install the remainder. That makes sense. I wasn't thinking clearly. We'll go finger pick. So at least we know we get them back if we fail. So we will do that. Choose a new CBM to install. Let's just, sure, dosimeter. Great. Yeah, you know, the dark thoughts came over me, and the last couple days have been really rough from a mental health standpoint. I know that I should go to therapy this week. Like, I know it will make me feel better. It will help me to see things a little bit more clearly. You know, my therapists are very good about, I mean, at this point, they've known me for like 6 years at this particular location. It's like they know me pretty well, and they can help me redirect and kind of recognize the positive stuff and to be strong and that kind of thing. But I'm gonna be honest, it's like I don't want to go to therapy this week. I kind of want to hate myself. I feel like, you know, it's just one of those. I mean, I know it's not good for me, but I feel like it's what I deserve. I deserve to be miserable, you know. It's like if I go to therapy, they're going to help me and I'm going to feel better. And that doesn't seem right. It seems like I should suffer personally. So, yeah, it's been a little rough. Today is better, mostly. So we failed to implant the surgical scalpels, which was one I really desperately wanted. So I'm really unhappy about that. It looks like everything else went according to plan, however. And we, of course, will go upstairs and repack and reseal these. You'll see we did get an additional 10 bionic power from something in this list. Why is this still on? Turn that off, please. Integrated tool set, also very good to have. Although, because we don't have immense battery stores, it is of limited use. So we're going to head back upstairs. We're going to repack and re-sterilize probably the surgical scalpel CBM, so that while we are downstairs installing the next set of CBMs, that one will process and we can get it another shot at putting it in our body. The finger hack is less significant to me. I've never, of course you're going to hit me, you stupid effing generator. So we're going to drop the sterile ones because that means we already had those. Drop those. Are the pouches on this pile as well? They're not. Where did I put my pouches? Pouch. Okay, we'll pick up 5 autoclave pouches. We'll come over here to the light. We will activate. No. We will install. No. We will inventory. Go to the faulty one. Mend it. Yes. Wait for that to happen. Then we will pouch that and throw that right in directly to the autoclave. Any minute now. There we go. Activate the pouch. We'll pack both, I guess, because we can. And we will come over here. We will drop the... So what does the finger hack do? Finger hack. Miniature electro hack surgically embedded in the finger. All-purpose hacking unit used to override control panels and the like, but not computers. So this is used for this right here. This card reader, which appear in several locations in the game. I mean, I think I have like 11 science ID cards, but we don't have any military ID cards. So it would be valuable to have, but I think I would rather have the surgical scalpels just because they have more utility. Did I put that in there right? Okay. Let's activate the autoclave. So we're going to go install more CBMs. When we come back, that will be finished and we will be able to install that into our body. We'll drop the packed but not installed one over here. No, let's pick it up. Let's keep it on the CBM pile so we know where it is and we're not going to lose track of it. Here's all the stuff we're taking with us. Looking for a green. There we go. Drop the green item. Nope, that's a bandage. And we will pick up... See, here's the problem. I've installed some things and I don't remember what all I've installed. I wish it would say something like already installed. Did I pick them up in order? Let's pick them up. Yeah, let's just pick them up. And we'll drop whatever. I should have dropped them on a separate pile. Now let's look at our thing. Okay, we have cranial flashlight. This is not a great way to do this. We do have a cranial flashlight. We do have a chronometer. Do we have internal climate control? I don't know if we do. We don't. And yes, we do. We have an internal climate control. We have a joint we do not have a joint torsion ratchet. We want a joint torsion ratchet. Metabolic interchange. Both power storage CBMs. Okay, we don't have any of those. We don't have water extraction. We don't have torso alloy. We don't have telescopic eyes. I didn't know we got a teleportation unit. That's pretty good. And we don't have the sleep-inducing CBM. So I think we're good. We should eat and drink before we head back downstairs. We do have some stuff we foraged in a previous episode. Wow, we really don't have a lot. I thought we kind of had more than that. Let's grab a plank. We'll cook some salsify. Of course, our inventory is full. We'll just eat whatever we have. Of course, it's not in any particular order. We'll go out to the vehicle where we have lots of food that is kind of just random crap that we can just press enter on and eat. So we'll just eat a bunch of stuff here. Eat some, I don't know, some nuts. Great. We don't have beverages in the car, however, so we will have to come in here and source beverages. We're leaving some soda behind, so we'll just drink some soda. Still thirsty, huh? Clean water. Sure. So that should do it. We're in minimal pain, I presume, because we failed some of our installations. That's okay, though. We will head south here to the stairs, and we will head back down and install our remaining CBMs. I think the teleportation CBM is random. I don't think that you get to choose where you move in that CBM. I think it just happens. Does that seem right? I guess we'll find out when we install the thing. We'll go in here, continue installing CBMs. Yeah. So do you ever feel that way? Like when you're depressed, do you ever feel like, you know, like maybe your friends invite you somewhere or try to get you to do something, and you're like, you know, if you go and are around your friends, you'll feel better. But at the same time, you feel like you don't deserve to feel better, and so you don't go. Does that make sense? Maybe that doesn't make sense. You know, it's not particularly rational. That's kind of the whole thing with mental health, is that it's very often irrational, you know. And I don't know. I've been paranoid the last couple days. I've been feeling really depressed the last couple days. I've been feeling like I've done something wrong, even though I really didn't do anything wrong. And then the dark thoughts are there, and it feels like no matter what I do, you know, they're all I think about, you know. And so I drive for work, right? I've talked about that often enough. Oh, it's 250. I thought it was 200 for power storage. So we are up to 570 bionic power, which is not negligible. It's not a lot by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not bad either. We're definitely going to fail something else. I can't imagine we're going to succeed on all of these. Just because we're bad at life. Does this increase your first aid skill? No, we're still at 6 at 0%. That's okay, we're not really doing most of the work. Shotgun arm, I'm never going to use it, but why not have it? You know, if you can have it, why wouldn't you have it? I don't think there are any, like, passive penalties for installing CBMs. Like, I don't think we lose dexterity for having a shotgun arm or anything like that. I don't even think it's a shotgun arm. I think it's like a thing in your arm that allows you to fire a shot. Yeah, like paranoid, feeling like I've done something wrong, even though I really haven't done anything wrong, and just feeling worried about life and just angry at myself for no good reason, and it's miserable. Really want this one to succeed, so oh good, it did it. The alloy plating is literally just free points of protection on your torso, so pretty great. Oh, it lists your bionics down there. I didn't really know that it listed all the bionics in that menu. We're probably going to exceed the space limitation on that menu, but okay. Currently, there's no limitation on how many CBMs you can install. There is a bionic slots system, which to my understanding was supposed to become standard and in the vanilla game, but it's just never really been worked on or anything, so it's still just an optional thing you can do. And I didn't turn it on because I haven't used CBMs in so long. I didn't even think to turn it on. Otherwise I probably would have, just because it is a bit silly that you can put in, you know, dozens and dozens of CBMs that take up space in your body, but there's no limit on how many you can have. Just a little bit questionable, you know. I don't know. we're getting ourselves all cyborged up, which is great. And we haven't failed any yet, which is pretty good. Of course, we failed that one because I said something about it. Still, though, erratically through the rest of its program, not actually stitching your wounds. Well, hopefully we don't wake up dead. Okay. Jerks back to its resting position. That's okay. I mean, out of all the ones we've tried to install, we've only failed 3, which is pretty good, in my opinion. And we'll go upstairs, we'll clean these, and we'll do some other stuff like mutate, which should kill some time while they finish their cycles and clean. And then we, of course, will make another attempt at installing them. Hopefully we succeed on the second attempt, although there is no guarantee. Where? North. Okay. Nope. Wait for that to dissipate. Head upstairs. That's the wrong button. Head upstairs. We will drop the... So all of these should be things we already have in our person. Except for this. Pick that up. Let's head out here. It's nighttime. I'm guessing that being under the effect of anesthesia counts as being asleep, so I don't think we're going to be tired anytime soon. We also did get the telescopic eye CBM, which should expand our vision radius when we're on the surface like this. Grab these. Sterile. Great. We need to mend these, which, we can do in the dark for some reason. So we'll go ahead and we will... Did we only fail? Yeah, okay. And we'll mend this. Yeah, and then I guess we'll read and mutate while we wait. Just because, like I said, I don't think we're going to be getting sleepy. So that's not super relevant. We'll go figure hack, I guess. Activate the autoclave. Let's look at our batteries. My goodness, we are low on battery charge. I mean, we still have about 1 full storage battery worth of charge, but it's like, we've been draining tons of power with this autoclave. And vehicle tank as well, we've gone through 18 liters of water. You'll see we're at negative 1,510 here, which is just gonna eat up those charges. But we should be okay because we do have a fair number of solar panels, and presumably we're not going to be doing much with the autoclave in the near future. So that's cycling. Why don't we take some mutagen? We have all this purifier. We're at 29 minutes. We should maybe... Well, I did cut a minute out because I had to check my footage. Let's... What do we want to be? I mean, we have a lot of spider serum. We have a lot of purifier, too. So, like, if things go bad, that's okay. Oh, we only have 2 spider serum? I could swear we had more than that. We'll take 1 spider. We'll take 1 lupine. Why not? That sounds neat. We'll take 1 ursine. Assuming we don't, like, die of pain or anything. If it becomes a big issue, we will, we'll stop. But let's just, we need a syringe. Do we have a syringe in this pile? Syringe. Not great. Syringe? None? Man, okay. We definitely do in our vehicle. I hope we have one in our vehicle. Good, 9. Well, good. We only needed 9 syringes. So we'll go ahead and let's activate. What do we want to do? Spider. You gain a mutation called Rough Skin, the Special Venom. I don't know what that means. And Poor Mana Sensitivity. Well, I don't really care about magic at this point. Rough Skin, huh? What does that do? Rough Skin. It's yellow. Slightly rough. This has no gameplay effect. Well, that's very exciting. Let's inject. We'll go Plant. You gain Phenoderm. It turned into bark, and we also gained leaves. Those sound like good mutations. Bark. Skin is coated in a light bark like that of a tree. Provides resistance to cut damage and minor protection from fire. Greatly reduces wet effects. Good. That sounds great. And we got leaves. All the hair on your body has turned to long grass-like leaves. Apart from being physically striking, these provide you with a minor amount of nutrition while in sunlight when your head is uncovered. Well, we're always pretty much going to have our head covered, but and it slightly reduces wet effects. So those are both pretty good. I'm surprised that we got a positive mutation for once. We're in mild pain. We'll go lupine. Mutagen hits you, your ears twitch, and you stifle a yipe. You gain a mutation called Strong, which is very good, and a mutation called Gourmand. Both of those are positive. My goodness. Strong is a +1 to strength. And gourmand, you eat faster, can eat and drink more, and you enjoy food more. Delicious food is better for your morale, and you don't mind unsavory meals. Activate to skip prompt from overeating. How do you activate a trait? Oh, is it in the... Do we have... What's the mutation menu? No. No. Although, let's look at our kills. Why not? 316 kills, huh? That's not bad. Mostly fat zombies, regular zombies, zombie children, tough zombies. A lot of zombie scientists, to my surprise. I don't know how you activate a mutation. I don't know what the mutation menu is. I also don't really care at the moment, so it's not a big deal. Let's, I mean, we're on a roll with mutations. Let's take Ursine. Something hurts? Nah, we're fine. Oh no. Gain a mutation called Carnivore. Gain a mutation called Growling Voice. Mutation called Inconveniently Large. All of those are really, really bad. Growling Voice, not so much. Persuading NPCs will be more difficult. Not a big deal. Inconveniently Large. Much of it is useful muscle mass, strength +2, but you find it throws off your balance and you get in your own way. +10 torso and arm encumbrance. Torso and arm encumbrance torso encumbrance in particular is super important for melee combat, which is what most of the benefit for being high strength is for melee combat. So the fact that it's basically saying, hey, you get a +2 to your strength, which deals more damage, but you have a flat 10% increase to your chance of missing. So like if we look at torso, you'll see our melee attack rolls are -44%, which is flat 44% chance of missing. And that's because if we add these up, it comes to 34 with the flat +10 from Inconveniently Large. So it's a 10% chance to miss just from that mutation. And if we go to arms, affects stamina cost of melee attacks. That's really bad. I would really, really like to get rid of Inconveniently Large. And similarly, Carnivore is we are no longer able to digest fruit, vegetables, or grains. It treats them as though we have an allergy to them. Like if we come up here to hops, oh no, there it just says flat out inedible, which is extremely bad. So we're definitely taking Purifier, which is unfortunate because it's going to probably mostly remove our positive traits that we've gotten, which sucks, if I'm being honest. Flasks of Purifier mean... so Purifier Serum is the one we took before, which removed 6 total mutations. I think it would be better to take Raw Purifier because it would only remove 1 or 2 mutations instead of all of them. Since we have so many positive ones... Man, I should really call the episode. 35 minutes. So... in the next episode, I guess in the next episode, we're going to take some Purifier. We're going to eat and drink. We're going to get back to work with those CBMs. And hopefully, maybe we'll take more mutagen because I'm suspecting that we're going to take Purifier and it's going to remove basically all the good mutations. So might as well just keep trying. So for now, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And I, of course, will be back with more in the near future. And I will see you next time.